What's up, you guys? Today we are talking about sometimes growth hurts. Okay? So, the immediate quote that comes to mind is everyone wants to go to heaven, no one wants to die. And what I mean by this is, everyone wants the success, everyone wants the fame, everyone wants the love, they want to be the coolest version of themselves, but they don't want to make the sacrifices necessary. They don't want to have to give anything up for that. They don't want to actually have to be uncomfortable in order to get to that place of extreme comfort. So that's what we're talking about in this video. All right, you don't just give nothing and get everything. It's not how it works. All right, another quote that comes to mind is I wrote this one down. This is my friend Marcos Alvarado, a really cool artist. So this is the quote: "You can't ask the universe to take you to the next level and be surprised when all the people preventing your progress get removed from your life." Okay, so this is one example of what I'm talking about here. All right, if you really want to get something and you've done the vision exercise for my other video and you've wrote your vision down and your vision is crystal clear in your mind and you're pursuing that vision and you're praying for it and you're constantly thinking about it, you're attracting it, you're setting the vibration that it's already yours. If you're doing all that, and then you realize that people or a person is exiting your life, or you know that you need to exit them out of your life, then do not be afraid to do that. All right, it is hard. Okay, you might in this process lose a friend, a close friend, or a family member, or a significant other, or whatever it is. But whatever is not fitting in your life when you're on the pursuit of your vision is something that you have to sacrifice. All right. What I mean is, let's say, you wrote your vision, you got it, and you're praying for it and all that stuff. All right. And then someone starts acting weird and you start having the thought like, all right, I can't do this anymore. You have to act on that, because you know that person is in a way limiting you from getting to where you gotta be. All right. And it could be that you know that you have to walk away, or it could be that they leave. I actually, this was actually just a few days after I wrote my vision, or rewrote it really. I had rewrote my vision. I was going so hard with it, praying, thinking about it all the time. Like telling myself about it when I woke up, before I went to sleep. And then soon after, this business deal that I was about to go through with just completely just crumbled and just completely died. The guy was just being completely impossible to work with and everything. It just was not looking possible anymore. So, if I wasn't looking at my vision, I'd be like, this is a hit. This was going to be really bad, or really, really good. So this is a hit, the fact that this isn't happening. But actually, a part of me was like, okay, but you should, a part of me was telling me to think like that. But then the bigger part was just saying, like, if this is what's happening when I'm this focused on my vision, this is exactly what has to happen. And it's true. All right. No pain, no gain. So, if you're trying to really get to some crazy spot and you're not experiencing any pain to get there, or you're not having to give up anything, it's just never happened. It just does not happen. All right, there's certain sacrifices that you have to make. Okay, it's a storm. When you come out of the storm, you will not be the same person as when you went into it. Okay, you're going to lose people, you're going to lose certain things, you're going to have to give up certain things, but it's all going to be good at the end. Okay, when I say you're going to have to sacrifice things, it's not like you're going to have to give up something that you absolutely love doing. You're going to have to give up things that are bringing you pain. All right, even if they're bringing you 15% pain, 85% joy, you're going to have to sacrifice that thing, because you do not have any space in your life for pain, for things that are bringing you pain or making you feel worse. All right, when you're pursuing a goal or when you're pursuing your vision. Okay, I don't care if they're bringing you more joy than bad. if it's more good than bad. Oh, it's only, you know, we only fight once a week, and then other than that, it's really good. Nah, bro. It's got to be only thing that you could allow in your life at certain times, especially when you're pursuing something on a really serious level, is good vibes and people that are bringing you positivity and love and joy and encouragement and encouraging you and saying, you know what, you got this, you could do this, and giving you that type of love. Other than that, you're dead. You're deaded. Cut them off. Get rid of them. Quick. As soon as possible. I don't care if they're your best friends. People hit me and say, yeah, but I can't do that. I'll have no friends. Have no friends. All right? How bad do you want it? Because if you keep those people around you, you're not going to get to where you want to be, because you're not going to believe that you can. Because they don't believe that you can. And you're spending all your time chilling with them. How does that make sense? All right, do the math. All right, next point. Oh yeah, another thing I didn't mention is you could also lose a job. It could be a job that you have to quit or that you get fired from. Either way. When I was trying to, establish Reeno as a clothing brand, I had to quit my job at a pizza restaurant. I've talked about it all the time, Something I had to do. Some of my people around me told me, just keep the job. You can do your thing. It's doing pretty well, but just keep the job. But I knew that can't happen. I had to leave. There was just certain things that, it was bringing me more pain than it was benefit. So I had to dip. Okay, I'm not telling you to go quit your job, but it'll come a time where that has to happen, and you have to be willing to do that. If that's a part of your vision and your plan. All right, this is not for everybody. Okay? And if you get fired, and this is what you're doing, and you're pursuing your path, thank God that you got fired. Because whatever is happening when you're on your vision, whatever is happening that's out of your control, all you could do is say, thank you, God. Because that's just the external forces pulling the strings so that it can happen, to align with what your vibration is. And sometimes it'll seem like it's going against it. Sometimes it'll seem like, nah, I said I wanted like a cool relationship. Why are you taking this person out of my life? Because that was not going to be what you thought it was going to be. And there's actually someone that's better for that. All right? And you have to trust. It requires a lot of faith, like a stupid amount of faith, like a delusional amount of faith, almost. Some people will say that. I wouldn't say that because I've seen it work. But you're going to have to have faith, and you're going to have to be ready to go through some of this painful stuff. And another thing is you're going to have to be ready to fail a lot. Like, just kiss your ego goodbye. Because if you're really trying to do something great, like, it's going to require these big decisions where, okay, yes, I'm nervous to do this, but I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to do it. Even if I totally fuck it up, I'm still going to do it. All right? And you go and do that. And a lot of times, bro, let me tell you, you're going to fail. And it's going to be like really embarrassing or whatever. Or it's going to be a hit to your ego. All right? But at the end of the day, you can't come out of that and be like, I fucked that up so bad. You just have to be like, all right, I tried. I was getting the gut-inspired action to try, and I knew it was the right thing to try. And instead of saying, I'm nervous, I'm not going to do that, I did it anyways. It's okay to be nervous. I'm not going to tell you guys, don't be nervous. I think that's bad advice. Be nervous, but act anyways. Okay? And be ready to fail, and be ready to make mistakes. All right? Mistakes are so great because mistakes tell you that at least you're doing something. All right? And a lot of times you're actually trying things. Okay? People don't tend to make mistakes when they're doing the same thing they always do. They're already good at that. There's no room for mistakes there. Okay? If you're doing something new, there's going to be mistakes. It's how it works. Just how it works. All right? Don't go into a new industry and do your first drop and be surprised when that shit doesn't sell. It's your first time. All right? Don't go into something and just expect to be perfect at it, all right? Look at things as if you're a student of life, all right? And just pray for mistakes. Pray for failure. Pray for that you can just don't necessarily pray for failure, but pray that you just keep trying and keep going. And a failure is just a lesson along the way. All right, here's another quote. The obstacles that hurt us today can serve to protect us in the future. Okay? So if you fail, let's say you start a new clothing brand. All right? You do your first drop, 6-piece drop, sells 30 pieces. Okay? And you bought 200 pieces. Now you have 170 pieces of stock left. You don't even know what to do with this. All right? You're going to be probably sad. And the normal person would say, this was such a mistake. I totally effed this up. And, maybe I'm not cut out for this or whatever. Or they're just going to be upset about it. All right? But what you know now is maybe you want to do it made to order next time. Maybe you want to order less stock. Maybe you want to get an email list and kind of figure out your demographic a little better. All right? These are lessons that you're taking. Okay? So don't be afraid to fail and go through pain so that you have to make these lessons. All right? Growth is like this with pain. Don't expect any form of beneficial and significant growth without going through pain, and probably significant pain. All right? In my experience, that's always how it's went. I've never wanted to get to a really, really dope point and just been in a comfortable position moving up. You know what I mean? Like I can't even explain like what that would be like. You want to do something great, so then you just try it and then you just are great at it. How often does that really happen? What really usually happens is people say, okay, I really want to try this thing. I'm going to suck at it. I'm going to just stick with what I'm doing. It's a lot easier. All right. So you have that choice. Don't forget that. It's up to you. If you want to stay where you're at, go ahead. Be my guest. Like seriously, I will support you. If that's what you want to do, go ahead, do that. But if you want to get to some kind of a next level, then don't expect it to just be the easiest thing. Okay? Be ready. Be ready to change, to grow, to have to do hard shit, to not overthink it, and not second guess yourself. Okay? One of the really great parts about, developing a vision, and you guys should really go watch that video that I did on it if you haven't already. But one of the great things is you just move differently. Because after you do that, it's like your gut tells you what to do at all times. It's like you have this crazy connection developed with your subconscious where you know what signs it's giving you and you are just ready to pounce on them right away. Like, for example, I got this feeling the other day, like, that I should get my ears pierced. And I'd been thinking about getting my ears pierced for a while, but never seriously really considering it. But then the other day I was like, nah, you should get them pierced. And so that day I called the place and was like, yo, do you guys do walk-ins? And was trying to go that day. I ended up not being able to because of Corona. So I had to set an appointment, but I set an appointment that day. And I just went today and got them done today. But I just knew I wasn't going to sit there and be like, okay, what's the pros and the cons of doing it? Okay. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't ever do that. Sometimes you should do that. But sometimes, especially when you write your vision, you just know. And you're going to be thinking what does your ears getting pierced have anything to do with your vision? Hey, I don't know either. All I know is I write my vision, I get inspired action, I take the inspired action, I get what I want. It's always what happens. It's how it goes every time. Don't question it, okay? It works. Anyways, that's the video for today, guys. Let me know what else you guys want to see. Continue the conversation in the comments, all right? I'm indignant, bro, because I see these comments are not popping as I want them to be. There's so much to talk about in, what I give you guys. So I want to hear what you think about it. Is this bad advice? Is this good advice? In your opinion, what do you say? Or what would you add? Have you taken any of this advice? Could this help? Could this not help? Does this not answer a question that you're thinking of? You have any follow-up questions? All right, I'm here. I'm going to answer your comments. Okay? Take advantage. And let's get this, comment section popping, bro. It's about time. Share this video with whoever you think it'll help. Like, comment, subscribe. That's it. Peace.